show 5 Stripe Fam. I'm AJ. Before we get into it, become part of the notification squad by hitting the bell next to the subscribe button on YouTube. Welcome to another episode of 5 Stripe Weekly, and LA United, they were on the road against NYCFC, the third game of a away trip that saw them not get any points in the first two. This one, we were able to get a point. Of course, it was a 2-2 draw. But, the proceedings at Yankee Stadium, it started off a little shaky in some parts. A little slip by Campbell. Saw Maxi Morales try an audacious lob that wasn't too far away, just over the bar, over Rocco Rios Novos' goal. But, NYCFC were able to strike first, and I think the positive here is that LA United didn't give up in this match, but basically in that first goal, it was, in my opinion, just a little bit too easy, a little bit maybe too much space in some regard too, but Tati Castellanos, he does strike it well to the near post of Rocco Rios Novos' goal, and was able to get it past him. Rocco Rios Novo, in that sense, shot stopping here, he definitely needs to be able to handle this. It's, to be beat near post is not a really, really good look, but I think, in terms of, the whole team setup, there was something I think very, very positive in this, in that, we looked quite good in some respects, better than usual at Yankee Stadium, where, it's kind of been a house of horrors at times because, their pitch is just so tiny, and, it's also, of course, on a baseball field, all that. But I think what helped definitely was the inclusion of Thiago Almada, who was returning from suspension. So all three DPs were able to start for the first time this season. Whew, that's brutal to say, really. But Almada, Jose Martinez, and Luis Araujo have not started before together. They have played together in a match, but this is one of those things where this just is a compounding thing where we've got so many injuries. There was even one before this match where we had a short-handed bench, but Emerson Hyndman was not able to play. He was originally in, and going to probably start, but Mateus Rossetto instead made his 50th start for Atl United, but also Franco Ibarra was not in the match either, so Amar Sejdic played in his stead. And then you have, of course, Aidan McFadden, who is pretty much in this away trip, has been our right back. A little bit makeshift of sorts for us, for Atl United, and we us reeling. I think we, in terms of looking quite decent at NYCFC at Yankee Stadium. This does, speak to the spirit of the team. The players, the next man up mentality, they have been, I think, doing the job as best to their ability. And back to this match. 1-0. We have a chance right before halftime. Strikes. That's Marcelino Moreno. He gets on the end of a ball from Jose Martinez, who was able to hold it up and find Moreno in space. And Moreno, has a pretty good look at goal, but he does strike it wide past Sean Johnson's goal, and that was probably our best chance there. So 1-0 at halftime, but after halftime, NYCFC, they almost make it 2-0. They strike the post, and Alan Franco was able to clear the line there. But, LA United, a little bit against the run of play. We were able to, equalize, and Thiago Almada, he finds a brilliant chipped ball into the box to find Jose Martinez, who really deftly, with his head, finds a header past Sean Johnson to the far post. And really, really tasty stuff here. The chip, the header, really, really great goal here. And but very, very soon after that, unfortunately, NYCFC were able to find another go-ahead goal, and this one they tore us apart a little bit. Aidan McFadden was able to kind of get ahead of the attacker here, where he just couldn't clear it well enough, and unfortunately it gets played right back into the danger area, and Tati Castellanos, he gets a brace. LA United not covering themselves in glory defensively for a few matches now, and I mean, it's one of those where it's a makeshift defense. It's definitely not maybe first choice whatsoever, but it is the first choice of the players that we've got. And maybe not the, when you have 3 of 4 pretty much are more or less very, very inexperienced, it's very difficult, and I think they've done as good of a job as they can do here. But 2-1 it is to NYCFC until we throw the kitchen sink. Machop Chol comes on. You also have Almada come off for Dom Dwyer, and you also have Cisneros on, and Cisneros I think does brilliant here for our second goal. He basically starts the move, and then he makes a really, really great run into near the back line, where he also drags out a center back, and they're able to find him on that ball, and then he cuts it back for Dom Dwyer to hit it first time with his right foot. Definitely a striker's goal there. Not much space needed. Dom Dwyer is on fire. Anytime he comes into the match, he is looking to be a danger man, and he has been that for us. Just who would have thought? I mean, the former Orlando City man, he is a guy that is definitely, every time he comes on the pitch, he looks like he might score. Definitely someone that has been very, very useful off the bench so far for us. But it does end 2-2. This match, I mean, we definitely rescue a point. We steal a point here for sure, and I think ultimately you have to applaud the team for never giving up. For with what we've got, we're always fighting to the end, and I think despite our place in the standings, this away trip, yes, not very many points, 1 point only, but very difficult away trip. All in all, I mean, it's I think everyone knows in MLS that if you're playing on the road, it's going to be difficult to get any points, and we obviously have to get better at that. Our away record is abysmal, but the point here is very, very crucial. But let's wrap up the match review and get into the news. And first bit of news is that Hyndman, he will miss approximately 4 to 6 weeks after sustaining a right quadriceps injury in training. Presumably it was before the match, but yeah, ATL United announcing that. It's another brutal blow to our depth. I mean, we pretty much have an entire 11 worth of players that have been out this season, and it is quite annoying. I mean, this absolutely frustrating for ATL United. Just freak injury after freak injury. You have pretty much I don't know, like 50-60% of the team out at a certain point. It makes it very, very difficult to get some sort of rhythm, especially Hyndman was the guy that maybe was in the midfield that was starting to get favored by Pineda. But yeah, on to the next bit of news. Bobby Shuttleworth, he announced his retirement on Thursday, July 7th. He's a 14-year MLS veteran. He made a total of 238 regular season appearances and playoff appearances. Playing for the Revolution, Minnesota United, Chicago Fire, and of course LA United. He's 13th all-time amongst MLS goalkeepers in regular season games played in 232. I mean, shoot, it's he's a guy that he did his best for us, but it just wasn't good enough. And I think he saw the writing on the wall when Raul Gudiño, the new player, was brought in, and he was pretty much also relegated to the bench once Rocco Rios Novo was the starter. So it's understandable. Still fairly young for a goalkeeper, but he maybe saw the writing on the wall that maybe he wasn't quite up to par in the league anymore. But yeah, definitely wish Bobby Shuttleworth the best in retirement. Thank you for your service. On to the transfer rumor of the week. Apparently, according to Adriano Savai, that everything agreed for Edwin Mosquera to be an ATL United player. That is apparently the case. Purchase of 90% from Independiente Medellin, and the contract will be until June 2026. He will probably be a young DP, a U22 initiative player. But Aldo Civi, yeah, they have. They are the team that currently employ him, but yeah, he still has probably about a couple weeks before his visa procedure can be finished. But yeah, a tricky, pacey winger who can put in a cross. Yeah, I mean, maybe that does spell the end for Eric Lopez, and is he the guy that will be on the move? Maybe a permanent move to Bonfield. We shall see. But Mosquera seems to be a player that will be signed to a long-term contract. So we will see if he is a player that for the future will be a fit for ATL United. We'll see if that actually does transpire to be official as well. But something that is official is that ATL United, they loaned homegrown midfielder Tyler Wolff to second division Belgium side SK Beveren for the 2022-2023 season. So it will be for the fall and the spring. So yeah, I mean, obviously Wolff, very talented, 19-year-old, homegrown for ATL United. He had been playing with the U.S. youth national team, the U20s, in the 2022 CONCACAF U20 Championship, in which they won. And yeah, I mean, they also qualified for the 2024 Olympics in Paris. So incredible stuff from the U20 side. And Tyler Wolff, of course, was a really good part of that, as well as he had scored and now earns a move to the second division Belgium side, where, him on loan, that shall be really great to see. I think how he can progress and come back to be, hopefully progressing even further. And so we will see how he gets on there. But a player that's getting on really well with Atl United 2, Tristan Traeger. Yeah, he's been named the USL Championship Player of the Week for Week 17. He scored his first professional brace against Charleston Battery, and then he scored another brace against El Paso Locomotive. And he also scored another goal this week. And just incredible stuff from Tristan Traeger, who has been just scoring goals for fun lately. And Atl United 2 have been getting some results here and there, most recently with a 3-3 draw against Birmingham Legion. But on to the last bit of news. Paulo Neto, our EMLS player, he is the current EMLS champion, and he is also qualified for the final rounds of the FIFA Global Series, and where he will compete for a spot for the FIFA E World Cup. So fantastic stuff by our EMLS player Paulo Neto. Congratulations. Definitely huge in the esports world there to qualify for the E-World Cup. But that does it for the news this week and gets us to our match preview. And yes, we will be playing Austin FC. It will be at the Benz, and man, Austin FC, they are a squad that are surprising everyone. They are second in the West as of this week, and they have a lot of surprise performers on this team, where in that kind of kit that they have, it looks a lot like LA United's first ever the Five Stripes kits, where there's some good juju there. We were able to win an MLS Cup in that kit, and so this is something that will be fairly interesting to see how good this Austin FC side truly is. But in terms of their squad, key departures from last year, Tomas Pochettino and Matt Beasler, but key acquisitions include Johan Valencia, Ruben Gabrielson, and Kip Keller, guys who have definitely been key for their rise into prominence for in MLS. And so definitely this is a side that's very dangerous, coming into the Benz, where it's largely a fortress for Atl United, sans one loss. This will be a proper test against this relatively newish side. But the interesting bit is that pundits, predictions wise, they had them finishing about as high as 10th, as low as 12th in the West, but they have pretty much subverted all expectations and are playing super well. Now, getting into our starting 11 predictions, Gudinho and Purata are now eligible to be part of the squad. Will they start? We shall see. I think they will be bedded in probably a little slower, but Rocco Rios Novo probably is the guy between the sticks for me in this one still. From right to left in the back line, McFadden, Franco, Campbell, and Wiley. I think will be that back line. In midfield, Hosetu will keep his place as Hyndman pretty much, of course, will be out for a while. Ibarra comes back in for me. Those two, that pairing has been pretty decent. And I think you see, Mama as that four-prong attack up front, where Araujo, Almada, and Moreno are the attacking midfielders, and Joseph Martinez is up top. It's one of those. I think it's the best 11 I think we have at the moment. There are some hot hands as well that will probably play a part too. Attack-wise, I think we've got some bases covered. It's just that back line. We are really reeling in midfield as well. Just not, the most bodies that we can probably have. But between the four, Hosetu, Ibarra, Sejdic, and Sosa, hopefully they can all stay healthy for the rest of the season. But yeah, getting into the score prediction for this match, I think we can pull out another 2-2 draw here. Austin FC, dangerous, but I think, us at home, we can do enough, get a point, and I think it would be a very strong point against a very hot side in Austin FC. But what do you guys think? Let us know what you predict for the lineup, the score, in the comments below. But that, guys, pretty much is the entire episode, except for the question of the day. And the question of the day is, how much of an impact do you think Raul Gudiño and Juanjo Purata can make for Atl United this season? Get in those comments. Let us know what you think. Looking forward to what you have to say. But guys, that is the episode there and there. Remember to like, share, comment, subscribe. And I've been AJ. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.